Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about some topics that you might not be prepared to hear, I guess. If you're not in the mood for things that are kind of a little sad and a little serious, then I suggest you go ahead and watch another video. But if you are ready for me to talk about these things, because you did click on this video and I am sure that it's in the title, whatever this video is about, go ahead and watch this video, I guess. We're going to be talking about mental illnesses, specifically depression and anxiety. I am not a professional in psychology. The extent of my psychology knowledge is from a psychology class that I am 97% done with, and experience, I guess, because I do suffer from stuff. I'm not going to talk about everything that I suffer from, but I am going to talk about depression and anxiety. I'll tell you that I do suffer from those too. I am clinically diagnosed. I used to go to therapy and the doctors and stuff like that, and I used to take antidepressants. I no longer take antidepressants and I no longer go to therapy or doctors because I kind of ran away from them because I have some trust issues. That's a whole different problem. I'm not really ready at this moment. I will be eventually, but not right now. This video might be all over the place because I am extremely distracted by so many things, but I need to make this video because I just really feel like I have to. I'm going to start with my last video. My last video included a clip of me when I was done crying. I said in that clip that I was gonna explain what the situation was in a future video, and that is this video. So pretty much what happened was there's this person that I was friends with, still friends with, I don't know. We got into an argument because I said something about my anxiety disorder, and he doesn't believe in anxiety or depression or mental illnesses, I guess. I'm not sure if he doesn't believe in all mental illnesses, but he definitely doesn't believe in mental illnesses regarding depression and anxiety. It really affected me because as someone that suffers from that stuff, it's kind of hard to hear someone invalidate something that you suffer from. It shouldn't have bothered me that much, but it was coming from a friend, and I really thought I could trust this person because I did go to this person one time for help before, and he has helped me with something, I guess I'll say it, a PTSD symptom. He has helped me with that, so I thought that he would be totally not like this, but I was wrong. I was really hurt because he just was insensitive about it. I understand that people can have their different thoughts and different opinions about certain subjects, but to be insensitive about it to someone who clearly, suffers through this stuff, like, that's just messed up, I think. You're my friend. I thought that you wouldn't be like this. I still see this person, and I do act normally around this person because I don't really want to let him know how much he affected me. Yeah, what he did was messed up, to be insensitive about a sensitive topic to someone who clearly is invested in the situation, but I still don't really want to make him feel bad for it, though that's just personally how I deal with things. I couldn't really say much during the situation while it was happening, and I couldn't really get my points across clearly. I tried. I even brought up, like, oh, what about doctors and stuff like that. He flat out told me to my face, then the doctor is wrong. Like, what? You're telling me that the doctor is wrong? I'm not sure to what extent his knowledge about psychology is. I'm having trouble speaking right now. I'm sure he's not completely, like, ignorant about the subject. It baffles me how he still doesn't believe that this stuff's real. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not sure if he's a psychologist himself. What I get from people that tell me that this stuff's not real and the doctor must be mistaken, what I hear from that is that they think they're better, or that they know more than the doctors themselves, or than people who have been studying this for years. I'm sorry, but that's absurd. You're gonna tell me that the doctors are mistaken? I'm sorry, but are you a doctor yourself? You're telling me that something that people have been studying for years is not real? Are you telling me that these studies are not real, that these scholars are mistaken? Are you telling me that this whole medical field that's dedicated to this specific thing is just fake? That blows my mind. That blows my mind. So yeah, depression's real. Anxiety disorders and stuff like that, this stuff's real. And if you do not think that this stuff's real, then come talk to me in the comments down below. Or just direct message me, email me, do something. If you want to talk to me about it, you don't have to argue with me. But, I don't know, you clicked on this video, what are you expecting? Like, I'm in a terrible mood because I am going through an episode of depression right now. Now don't worry, I have learned how to like cope with this stuff, and I have gotten better with dealing with this stuff, and I am relatively fine right now. Like, yes, I am like under a dark cloud, but I'm, first of all, not suicidal right now, so don't call the cops. And second, I'm not that sad, I guess. I'm a cup of depresso espresso. Welcome to Starbucks. And I don't really want to leave my house, and I don't really have motivation to do anything. I don't have motivation to get up before 10 a.m. and I don't really want to go to sleep at a regular bedtime. Like right now it's probably midnight or something. It's nearly midnight and I'm not gonna go to sleep until like probably like 3 a.m. See, like, this is how it is for me. I sleep very late and then I wake up very late, and then throughout the day I take naps. That's what happens when I'm going through an episode. I sleep way too much. Now let me just tell you, just because this is what my depression is, that doesn't mean that all depression is like this. I'm not sure what other people are going through, but this is what I go through. I go through no motivation, terrible sleeping schedule where I get way too much hours of sleep, like just wanting to hide from the world and not socializing at all, and being sad and not really being able to think straight and focus on things. Like this video, I have been trying to make this video for the past hour and I am not really doing well. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best. Like I've been trying to make covers, I've been trying to practice songs, I've been trying to make videos, but none of them have been working out, and this one hasn't really been working out either, but I'm gonna try my best because I'm really determined to make this work. That's a good thing, because for someone who lacks motivation, like, at least this is keeping me going, so that's good. Depression also, for me, it makes me lose interest in stuff that I love. I don't know, like, I kind of give up on stuff. I don't know what else to talk about regarding depression, but depression sucks, and if you freaking don't believe that it exists, then I encourage you to do more research. And I encourage you to look in the mirror and ask yourself if you know more than the people who have been studying for years. And I encourage you to wonder why there's a whole medical field dedicated to mental illnesses. And just a quick recap, depression does not look the same in everyone, and I'm not suicidal, so don't call the cops. I'm a really strong person. Like, I am gonna give myself that. I have been through a lot. Okay, so now anxiety. Anxiety freaking sucks, and it is ruining my life. Anxiety might be the thing that will lead me back to the doctors, because I am having a hard time coping with it. Depression I've had for years. Anxiety, I guess I've only had anxiety for roughly a year, but anxiety, it's fairly new, and I am suffering hardcore because it is getting worse and worse. It is crippling. It prohibits me from doing things. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Yerba mate. Yerba mate, I have like 8 cans left in the fridge, and I have cans all over my room because yo homegirl doesn't have the motivation to clean up. It makes my anxiety worse. And I know that this is like kind of, it's probably something extremely trivial to most, but to me it's a huge deal because yerba mate has been kind of this thing that I cling on to for stability and for comfort. It makes my anxiety terrible, and that's not something that's new, but it's been getting worse. You know, the effects of yerba mate to my anxiety. I don't think I can drink it anymore, and that's really tough for me to grasp because, as I've said, yerba mate is something that I cling on to for comfort and stability. It's always been that thing, you know, it's my thing. It's like breaking up with someone. You don't understand. Like, my relationship with yerba mate is like this. I've been relying on yerba mate for years now. I love yerba mate, okay? And I'm addicted, but addiction, obsession, love, synonymous in my book. I'm sad to say that I can no longer drink it unless something miraculously happens where it doesn't make my anxiety extremely terrible. Like, I can handle some effects, but since the effects have been getting extremely worse to the point where I can no longer take it, like, that just means that I can't drink yerba mate anymore, and that's really hard. It's really hard for me. I'm not sure if you guys even understand. It's like if you were to take away butter from Paula Deen. I'm pretty sure Paula Deen loves butter as much as I love yerba mate. You don't do that. You don't take butter away from Paula Deen, so you don't take your mate away from me. And that's what my freaking anxiety has done. Second comes music. This sucks. When I'm having a panic attack, I turn to music because music has helped me with my panic attacks. Anxiety attacks are different. That's a different story. It does not help me with my anxiety attacks. In fact, it induces them sometimes, and if I am having an anxiety attack, music makes it worse. Music is my first love. Music was the first thing I fell in love with. That's like a huge part of who I am. That was the first thing that I found about myself that I was actually good at. It was the first time I belonged in something. Music, that's what music was for me. But for anxiety to really take that away from me, like, that's like taking my whole house away from me. Pretty much what has been going on is I can't really listen to music the same way that I have been for my whole life. Music, usually I listen to things on repeat, and I listen to music, like, realistically speaking, probably 70% of the time I'm awake, I'm listening to music. But anxiety, I don't know. Sometimes I'll just be listening to music and then the music will give me an anxiety attack, if that makes sense. The third way anxiety has been making my life terrible is it will literally actually hinder me from doing things that I have to do. Like going to school, I don't think so. Now, I'm fortunate to be able to go to a school that doesn't really require me to be there every single day. That's a whole new video. If you guys are interested in my school situation, hit me up down in the comments below. I've been trying to do my homework. I've been trying to finish my psychology class. I'm literally so close to being finished, but things come up. Let's go back to that one part in the beginning of this video when I was talking about that guy that said depression and anxiety aren't real. Today, I was at school and he found out that I'm actually gonna be turning in my work a couple days late because I just couldn't do it this week because of depression and anxiety. Now, I don't like to use those two as excuses. I never try to bring them up if I don't have to. But anyways, that guy that said that they weren't real, and he was just like, oh, what, like, were you busy this week and stuff like that? And I couldn't answer. Well, I mean, I guess in a sense I was busy tending after myself, making sure that my mental health is taken care of. I guess I was busy with that, but I couldn't really tell him that because I'm not comfortable with talking about this stuff, and I know I'm talking about it right now to a camera, but that's to a camera. I'm alone in my room. And then he was like, I don't understand. You probably had like plenty of time to do it and blah blah blah. On the outside I was like politely smiling, just taking it all in. But on the inside I was like, first of all, who are you? Second of all, you don't know me. Don't judge me. It's okay though, because at least he's not my teacher. My teacher is great. My teacher is legit. He's the best. He's the bomb.com, and he's great. He's a great person. It's so hard for me to deal with this situation because he was my friend and now I can't even stand being in the same room as him. But anyways, anxiety, it sucks so much to the point where I can't deal with the outside world. Like, I have to shut off the outside world so that I can help myself. There's a little part in me that says, Danica, that's selfish, but then, like, what am I supposed to do? You know, like, you tend to yourself so that you can be better. since mental illnesses are happening in here, there's not really much to show on the outside, like, and it's really hard to show people that, hey, I'm sick, and it's really hard for me personally to accept that I need to take time off for myself, you know, because I feel selfish doing it, but I have every right to take care of myself because I am myself after all, and I do have to take care of myself. If you are suffering with mental illnesses, don't feel selfish when it comes to helping yourself out, because you must do this stuff. You have to, or else it will get worse. I hope you guys don't think I'm like some sort of special snowflake that's like a weakling and stuff like that. Like, no, I'm merely someone that's suffering. I'm human, you're human. Here, let me explain to you what I experience during an anxiety attack and a panic attack, but anxiety attack first. So during an anxiety attack, usually for me, it's because of something, and that leads me to get an anxiety attack. The other day, I was trying to do something and it just wasn't working out. So I started stressing, and then I got an anxiety attack. So what happens for me is my limbs kind of go numb. Like, I can't feel them. I can use them, but it's like weird. It's like they have turned cold or something. And then I feel like my chest, feel like it's just being restricted, and it feels heavy, like someone's going like this. And then in my mind, it's just kind of hard to focus on things because I'm focusing on a lot of things. The other day I was having an anxiety attack and I was trying to put some dishes away, but instead of putting them where they belong, I put them on the counter and left them there. And after the attack, I went back to the kitchen, I saw what I did, and I was like, when did I do that, first of all? And second of all, like, wow, like I did that? It's hard for me to focus on anything because I'm focusing on everything, but at the same time, it feels like my vision is like tunnel vision. It's like focusing on certain things, and I know these things are contradicting themselves, but it's what I feel. They conflict. I feel like, you know that one meme, the meme that's outdated, SpongeGar? You know, the thing where SpongeBob is like that and he's like shook? SpongeGar. Do you know what memes are? Like, that's me during an anxiety attack. And then like I just worry about a lot of things. And then with panic attacks, usually it happens at night when I'm on my bed, like I'm just sitting down, and then all of a sudden my flight or fight response is activated, and all of a sudden I feel everything the anxiety attack was like making me feel, except more so on the tightening here. And usually I don't worry about a lot of things, I just feel the things. Panic attacks for me aren't caused by anything, they just happen. I'll just be on my bed and then flight or fight response is activated, your limbs are going numb, your chest is tightening, you're anxious and you don't know why. And when panic attacks happen, I listen to music and look at memes. It works. In like an hour, I'll be fine. I feel like I'm dying in both anxiety attacks and panic attacks. Like, whenever they're happening, I feel like I'm actually dying. It depends though. Sometimes I barely feel like I'm dying, but I feel like I'm dying. And sometimes it's like, high key, I'm actually dying, let me call 911. Well, not really 911, but I nearly told someone to take me to the hospital before. And I guess that's all I have to say because my camera will die. I hope you have a nice whatever you're having, and I'm sorry that this video is mumbo jumbo and all over the place. This is the best that I can do for now. If you suffer from stuff, I'm so sorry, and let me give you a hug. And if you don't suffer from this stuff, just be aware of people that are suffering from this stuff and just be sensitive towards it. Like, don't be insensitive. And if you don't believe that this stuff exists, why are you on this video? And also go look some stuff up and just remember that there's a whole medical field that's dedicated to this, and psychologists, psychiatrists, people who have studied this for years. Like, if it's not real, then why are they studying it?